Ladies and gentlemen,
What
welcome to another edition of Talking Trends
Yes.
for March 1st, 2018.
28 days is over.
28 days is over.
Yes. No more walking up them stairs.
I know.
I hate them.
I took the elevator for the first time in a month.
You didn't stick with it. You didn't decide to keep it up.
I was tempted today. I
took
was
one day
honestly
off.
tempted to just go up the stairs, but I didn't.
Okay,
I was
good.
like,
You took a day off,
took a day off.
but you still ran.
I still worked out this morning.
Because your friend hit me up. She's like, I'm surprised he's in the gym today. I'm like, I'm surprised he's in the gym too.
Shouts out to Verena.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for tuning in yet again to another edition of Talking Trends. If you don't know, this is the show where we talk about things that we find interesting from around the world, and we love to get your opinion to talk about such subjects. And today we have a very special guest
In the house.
In the house. Our good friend Mo. How's it going?
Good.
It's good to finally get you up in the building.
I know. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, no, you've been doing your thing.
Busy lady.
Really,
Busy.
yeah, you've been
Busy.
traveling.
Yep.
It's
I know.
it's great.
Yeah. It's good to see
the
you.
world.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Mo is like a social media queen.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Mo, please?
Yeah.
So people don't know who you are.
Break
whoever
it down for
those two
everybody.
people are under a rock.
Who am I in life, in the world? I have no idea.
I got too deep. I went too deep
You
there
got
with
too
that.
deep.
Sorry. My bad.
How about we? Okay, how did you? For those who don't know, you're really killing the Instagram situation. How did that all begin for you?
You know, I was actually late to the Instagram game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't latch on the moment it came out.
Right.
But I just started being a blogger and being online and sort of building an online presence.
Mm-hmm.
And the blog just opened up a lot of opportunities for me.
Right.
And the more I shared on my blog, the more, people knew about me. And I think just social media platforms are a way of having a direct link to your following, right? Because you can talk to them, you can comment, you can, go leave a like on their page or something like that. You know
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
I mean?
Yeah,
So
for
you're
sure.
building that rapport between you and the people that follow you.
Yep, no doubt.
Yeah.
And your blog, if someone goes checks out your page, your social media platforms, what's the majority of the stuff that you have on there? Like, what's your content would be the majority?
I'd probably
of
say
what?
lifestyle as a whole,
Okay.
but I mean, primarily I started with fashion. That's
Yeah,
where
that's your big thing.
that's
right?
my thing.
That's your thing.
Nice.
Yeah, so like right now, I think being in fashion, of course, I'd be categorized as plus size fashion, but I just didn't want to be boxed into that. I wanted to do more stuff, so
Right.
doing more lifestyle, more gym stuff. I'm talking about my gym journey and.
Nice.
Which you've been crushing. I see that on
I've
social.
been crushing the gym.
She's in there getting a mad sweat on.
I am.
She does these close-ups with the face. I'm like, I girl working it in the gym
Listen, I'm
hardcore.
working hard in the gym.
You got your
okay?
program. and
Unlike
everything?
you, Tony, people sweat when they work out.
I don't sweat. I go there not to sweat.
Unbelievable.
Come on.
But yeah, okay. Can you stunt on everybody for 1 second? Tell me how many followers you got.
I have on Instagram
Yep.
just under 47,000.
Hello. That's real deal. That's real deal.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's how it's done.
That's real deal, people.
47,000. Okay.
Hello.
We gotta do like some kind of celebration when you hit 50.
I would love
Oh
that.
yeah.
We'll do
something
We'll
for
do
sure.
Without further ado, apologies. Any ado. For today's show, we're going to be talking about the following. Hedley, lead singer, finally admits to the wrongdoing.
Oh.
We knew it was
Got
got caught.
It's coming, baby. It's
If you
coming.
paid attention to my Instagram, I had a little rant today. We'll speak about that later, perhaps.
Yes.
After the Hedley situation, this good-looking teacher just got caught sending nudes and having sex with one of her students. I don't get it. In a little bit of local news,
Yes.
Argyle and Grafton Street,
It's gonna be Thunderdome, baby. It's coming.
we're going to be apparently allowed to drink on the street.
Drinking in the streets. It's gonna be Mardi Gras style.
Unbelievable. And finally, We've all taken a drunken cab ride home, maybe an Uber in certain cities.
Yeah.
But have you taken a $1,600 drunk Uber ride home? This man from New Jersey did. And we will talk about that
This poor guy.
in a minute on Talking Trends. So for the first subject, we'll talk about Hedley. So take it away, Tony.
Let's get into Hedley. We said we follow up on this story. We've been covering this with Hedley, the whole thing with the lead singer Jacob. Of course, allegations of harassment and the whole thing. It's been escalated to rape. A woman out of Ottawa, which we mentioned the other day, who was accusing him of rape. And now it looks like Hedley is over. He is going to be leaving the band. Frontman's leaving the band. Going on a indefinite hiatus, as they say. That's the way they put it. So whatever that means, that usually means it's over.
I'm not gonna hear from you again.
You won't hear from these guys again. I think that would be it. And he also put out a statement. So he's basically doing the sorry, not sorry. Sorry, but sorry, I got caught, basically sorry.
That's what I
and
said.
was forced, I'm sure, by certain people in the upper echelon to put out a statement. And he did. And this is the statement. I know you have some comments on the statement as well. It's time to speak for myself, as I should have done from the beginning. In the face of multiple allegations, I have to speak out and address these concerns. I need to be completely clear. I have never engaged in non-consensual sexual behavior in my life, ever. However, over the past 13 years, I have behaved in a way that objectified women.
Right there. That right there. That line and then the one right after.
Yeah.
It's pretty contradiction. Like I'm just like, dude, there's no way.
Dude, you can't have both.
No, you can't have your cake and eat it too, my friend.
He says, the way I've treated women was reckless and dismissive of their feelings. I understand the significant harm that it caused, not only to the women I interacted with, but to all women who are degraded by this type of behavior. I have been careless and indifferent, and I have no excuse. For this, I am truly sorry. To my female fans, I want you to know that you deserve nothing but dignity and respect from every man in your... Good Lord, man. Come on. How about... forget it.
Here, okay.
He goes on.
I'm going to interject for 2 seconds. See,
that line, I can't even get through the line.
I can't. Yeah, just don't even bother reading it. It makes no sense because we talked about this before, okay?
Yeah.
And I mentioned this elsewhere. You have a problem, sir.
Yeah.
This case, yeah, it's great that you're taking a time away, a little hiatus from the band. You know what? Should take another hiatus. Going on tour. Yeah, you need help. Let's book a little therapist for you.
Yep.
And start there. Let's not finish the rest of the tour. If this is a true statement of what you're saying and you stand fully behind it,
Yes.
then you stop the tour and you go get some help.
Yeah, you don't continue on with the tour. It makes no sense.
It makes absolutely no sense.
What
for
makes
you to
worse
do
sense is that people are still coming out to the damn show.
Still supporting your boys.
Come on. Like, it's parents taking their young children, young girls, to the show to support a person like this. It boggles my mind. I don't get it.
And you said the fans are upset at people pulling out of the tour.
And that was the other thing. The opening acts that pulled out of the tour because they have morals and ethics.
Shouts out to Neon Dreams for pulling out.
Shouts out to Neon Dreams.
High morals.
Who got blasted for pulling out of the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, you know what I mean? Like, these guys are the ones that are getting it.
Yeah.
Not the band or the lead singer who are allegedly did all these things. It's the guys who go, no, that's not right. We're not going to continue with you guys on tour.
Right.
Yeah, blast those guys because that makes fucking sense.
Exactly. Mo, would you mind coming a little bit closer to your microphone?
Like this?
Or you can pull it close.
Yeah, just pull it right close to you.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid of it.
It's mobile.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is this working?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little touch right there. It's okay.
Lauren has a comment too about the whole Hedley thing. Like you just said, Jacob's not sorry for what he did. If he was sorry, he wouldn't have done it. And he's not the only guilty member of the group. This whole thing isn't solely about them being sexually inappropriate. It's also about it's also that they are in a position of power, are preying on people who idolize them, and are taking advantage of their fans. If you take a look at the fans who were there for a while, you will see that the majority of them have stopped supporting them. We saw what was going on. We knew it was wrong, and we stopped idolizing these sacks of shit.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah.
Love you too.
Yeah,
It's
thank you
that
for.
position of power, that power that you have over your fans, because they look at you as this being of just untouchable being, and of course they'll, they just want to be around you, regardless of how you're treating them.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I find this is a very reminiscent apology like Kevin Spacey recently did a couple months ago now, where he came out. He was being accused of sleeping with like an underage child, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gay."
Yeah.
So it's like, what?
What? So just dismiss everything.
You're just dismissing everything.
Yeah.
Like,
All that.
I just don't understand. Like,
he was more concerned about being outed as gay than what
I
he
think you're right.
did.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we suspected, we knew this was coming. Where there's smoke, there is a motherfucking sexual fire.
Whoa.
Well, in this case, I don't know. I'm just hoping the other guys have some cojones and come forward and be like, yeah, we got problems too.
You know what? I don't think if
at this point
they haven't been caught, they're not going to come out. It's a sorry I've been caught situation, right?
So they need more smoke. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You got to smoke them out.
He finally finishes up saying, "It's time for me to change. I've decided to step away from my career, so indefinitely. I will honor my commitments for this tour." Of course.
Oh, gotta make that money.
Such a hero.
Thanks a lot, Chief. Yeah.
Such a hero.
And then we'll be taking a serious step back in order to make real changes in my life, seek guidance from family, and continue to grow and learn from the amazing women in my life. Good Lord, dude.
Unbelievable.
Dude, you're full of crap.
I know.
You're full of it.
Unbelievable. See how he tried to do that?
He mentions women like several
I know.
times. It's like, dude.
He's trying to throw up the alley-oop too at the end, but no one's there to catch it.
Guess what? It's too late.
Yeah.
You done did wrong.
Time's up, sir.
Wait till you get actually charged with the rape.
Yeah, unbelievable. So
I think we're officially done with Hedley.
no more updates, ladies and gentlemen, unless
he's charged with rape officially.
Yeah.
Somebody else is charged.
Unless somebody else is charged.
yeah.
Yeah, we might update that, but I think
Only a matter of time. Hedley.
and we're done. And we're moving on with bigger, better things to fry, such as this interesting story coming out of the United States and the great state of Florida.
Come on, man.
We have a running kind of joke on the show, and we find that all the bad things that seem to happen in the States recently have been from Florida.
What it is.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw the headline, I was like, that's interesting. And then right under it, Florida.
Sunshine State is getting screwed this year. 2018 has not been a good year
No.
so far for Florida.
Speaking about getting screwed, Tony, this science teacher,
Welcome.
26.
She got some big fish in her hands.
I know. She sent nudes. She had sex with a teen boy student. I don't know if I worded that properly.
Teen boy student.
Teen boys with a student. How about let's just leave it at that? So, not a bad looking lady, I must say. So a Florida high school teacher is accused of having a sexual relationship with a 14-year-old male student and sending him nudes. Stephanie Peterson, 26, was arrested on yesterday, and charged with 2 accounts of lewd battery and 1 account of transmission of harmful materials to a minor. The relationship began with the student in November. The student told detectives on Tuesday that it started with her sending him nude photos. Peterson then started driving over to his home at night on several occasions, picking him up around 11 and bringing him back around 1 or 2 a.m. The student said she also bought him a marijuana. Right? Wow. So, yeah. Police were alerted to the relationship on Tuesday when the student told his parents.
After he hit it.
So, was it an ongoing relationship?
I guess it's been happening since November, right?
Okay.
So
he had a couple months.
So he had his fun. Okay.
So he was like, he was getting bored.
Wow.
He was like, I need a new teacher.
So you get a couple months of hitting the ganja and hitting that ass, and then I moved on. I want a younger woman now. He wants to move on. Now he's learned. He's got his experience.
Yeah.
Now he knows what he's doing.
Unbelievable.
Listen, I think the kid is just as bad as the teacher.
No, seriously.
Maybe worse.
Okay.
What?
No, it's just still bad though.
Yeah.
It's bad. He's underage.
Okay, and I proposed the question, ladies and gentlemen. I was reading this article, and there's been other articles in the past where a male teacher has been sexually inappropriate with a student, and the charges have been quite serious. I proposed to the Talking Trends at the board, will these charges be as significant if it were a male teacher? Will this lady kind of get off with not a slap on the wrist? I'm sure she'll do a little bit of time. She'll probably have to register as a sex offender and do a little bit of community service. But where does this lie on the charging thing, and also, I mean, we're making fun of it in some sort of way, and it's kind of like, I find on the flip side, when a male is involved, a male is raped, it's like a big joke.
This is true.
Right?
And probably there will be some men that might look at the guy and like egg him on and be like, yeah, you good. You know
Right?
what I mean?
And it's almost like and we joke about like, like if I wish that happened to me in high school, and like I wish I would have never gave something that nice up or what have you, and that's kind of the weird mentality of where I think a lot of these jokes are like, I don't know where that falls, but I mean, yeah, if the roles and the genders were reversed, I think it'd be a more serious conversation as opposed to bigging this kid up and like, sit chilling, smoking weed, staying out late.
I agree. Carrie says it's disgusting. It's disgusting in either situation because a youth at 14 can't make proper decisions.
No.
Right? Even though, we're like joking or saying, I hit that, you know what I mean? I get it. But at 14, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Number one, your mind is not developed to that level. So your mind, whether you're female or male at that age, you're not ready to make those decisions because your brain hasn't fully developed.
Right.
So it does suck. It's disgusting on both sides. But I think you're right. I think if it was the other way around, and it's a male teacher. Yeah. And it's a female student at 14. He'd be hung up by his balls.
I think I think
that'd be done.
The headline would read a lot differently, and
I think it would. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be more sensationalized for sure.
Do you guys think that there might be something that has to do with how she looks as well? Because if you look at her, she has that pretty thing going. So
let's bring her up. Right
yeah.
Let's put her up there. Yeah.
So like probably people will react to that differently just because in society standards, like she's viewed as a hot person.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were saying earlier as well, just her position of power.
Yeah.
As well over the whole entire thing.
Yeah. Jeanette says she's taking advantage for sure. That goes into what you're saying about power. I mean, it's true.
And then she's in the position. Yeah, it's just like I can either pass or fail you.
It's power and trust.
If you don't,
there are people in this world you're supposed to trust. Yeah. Teachers are one of those people you're supposed to trust.
You would think,
right? Your parents drop you off. You're in the trust of the school system, the teachers, the staff. Well,
now you want these teachers who are sexing everybody.
I want
to have guns now.
Shoot people.
What?
Sex people. I mean, everything. Sounds like rock and roll to me, baby.
It's unbelievable.
It's rock and roll.
It's literally sex, drugs. Oh, no money, yeah, but soon. Who knows?
You never know.
Yeah.
It's bad. But I'd be very curious to see what happens to her.
Yeah. I'll see if I can follow up.
Let's stay on top of that. No pun intended.
Oh, God damn it, Tony, man. Yeah. Mo, I got a quick question for you.
Ask away.
When you get asked to get sponsored, I suppose, how does that situation work? Do they like hit you in the DM? Or
sometimes they do hit me in the DMs, but mostly it's through email.
That's what I feel.
Yeah,
okay.
so I can get an email from a brand, and some brands might just want to know like what my rates are. Other brands might just already want to work with me, they'll say, "Oh, we have this happening. Would you like to be a part of it?"
Nice.
And if it's in line with what I'm doing and my brand, then I'll definitely consider it. But if it's not, I will say no.
I like that. I was gonna just say that as like I find like I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who probably have Instagram accounts that are doing well that probably just accept anything just because they want the quick dollar, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, good on you for having integrity in yourself and your brand, and yeah, that's awesome.
I think my followers will know right away.
I think so
that
too.
is not me.
Right.
So,
yeah. Totally.
If I want to properly engage with them, then I have to give them me because they're following me for a reason. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know the real you.
Exactly.
They would sniff it out for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. Miles away.
That's awesome. No, it's good. See, ladies and gentlemen, be true to yourself.
Be true.
Be a genuine person. Yeah. Let it show to the world. Don't be fake. Don't do it for the quick dollar.
No.
Up next. Took a very, very silent. It got quiet in here.
I was gonna say something. I was like,
yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Tony, you have anything else to add, my friend?
No.
Okay. Very good.
I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was still looking at the.
Shouts out to Tony's nipples. Shouts out to the nipples. Jody. Just
Put that teacher's picture back up. Boy.
unbelievable, Tony.
Yeah, baby. I want to go back to school.
Yeah. Argyle and Grafton Street getting an
it's
interesting, I don't know, upgrade this summer.
Well, it got an upgrade. As we know, they had Argyle and Grafton Street shut down for God knows way too long to do this massive refreshing of the streets and renovations. The streets is all paved with gold now, apparently, and big sidewalks and brand new, garbage cans and light posts. Well, we plan on fucking all that up because they're going to let drunks walk through the streets this summer. They'll be shutting down Argyle Street and Grafton Street for special events, and they will allow drinking in the streets, as they say. You'll be able to, if you want to get a drink, you don't have to go into the bars that are on those streets. You'll be able to have a beverage right out in the open on the streets, walk around. It's Thunderdome, people. So basically, they voted Tuesday to allow alcohol on Argyle and Grafton Streets while they're temporarily closed for events. So special events only, obviously, not just roaming around like crazy people. The new rules cover Argyle Street between Duke and Blowers and Grafton Street between Carmichael and Prince Street. Basically, part of the whole streetscape project. That was that whole project that they did on those streets. This is going to be part of that, to basically have that more engagement in the streets and more of a mingling party atmosphere, I guess.
Fair enough.
Which sounds a lot like Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
The real Mardi Gras, they used to have Mardi Gras here, God knows, decades ago when I was a youth.
There you go.
As Joe Pesci would say, it would be on Halloween, and you could wear your costume, and of course that was part of it too, because these guys were running around masks, so you couldn't identify the people that were causing damage.
Oh, jeez.
But it just seems like, to me, what a shame. They put millions of dollars into fixing up these streets to class it up. You got the brand new World Trade, all this beautiful stuff around there now, and now you're going to let a bunch of drunk university kids, and I'm not pointing out university kids only, but drink in the streets and, smash windows and God knows what else. I mean, you can't, and God...
Tony, you sound so old right now.
And here's the other problem. Here's the other problem, too, is underagers. How are you going to control underage drinking?
Well, I would assume they're going to have. I would like to think some heavy police presence.
I would assume so too.
Some kind of bracelet system. I would think, to identify those who can and can drink. I don't think they'll be able. I don't think they'll be setting up stations out on the street where you can just grab a beer or what have you. I think you'll be able to walk. You have to walk into a bar, and they'll give you some sort of cup. I don't know.
Little sippy cup.
Little sippy.
I don't know that that's going to be the case. I think they're going to be able to have bars
Like outside.
Oh, jeez.
because inside, if you're using glass, the glass can't come outside. They want to do plastic cups. So if you have a sidewalk style bar, it would be plastic cups, and that's how they would control some of the damage. I don't know.
I think you brought up a good point. It's like, they spend a lot of money doing these renovations on the street. We waited a long time for it, basically this summer, to really check it out. And I mean, I don't understand what would be wrong with just going. It's already going to be patio season. There's going to be already patios out there.
I don't know what the end goal is. What's the advantage of having people drink in the street? I don't get it.
Yeah.
It seems a little too much, I think.
When they used to do it, like I said, decades ago, when they used to have it, I didn't even go. I didn't even go to that. I was afraid for my life down there. And I was 20. I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not going down there."
Back in my day.
Back in the days. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
I don't think we need booze to be mingling. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
If that's the atmosphere that they want to build in the city, just have more events happen in the city.
Right.
That bring people to the downtown core.
Exactly.
That's it. But I don't think you need to actually have booze just walking around, because that's a lot of other expenses.
Playing a little devil's advocate here. Listen, I like the idea of having Argyle Street and having those outdoor events. I think that's a cool vibe. You know what I mean? Right. So how do you do it where you can have people enjoying a beverage if they want to? Is it solely you have to be on the patio of an establishment, or are they doing it because that's how people will engage in the events more, so they make those more popular? I get that part of it. I think that you have to maybe constrain it to certain times. Maybe make sure it's not 1 a.m. in the morning where you're doing these things. Maybe do it early. I don't know.
Also because we don't know what kind of events that they're talking about, right?
That's the other thing too. Yeah. We don't know what events. Maybe it's only going to be certain events that are going to be maybe a different, maybe a demographic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like age demographics, and maybe not to attract the heavier. I don't know. But I don't know. I think you're right. It's a shame all that money they spent on those areas, man. And I think you're going to bring more headache to the business owners.
Yeah, potentially. But I mean,
They're so happy. These business owners are so happy that the streets are done.
not open,
They're so happy, and they're like, oh shit, I can get my business coming back in. People are gonna be walking up and down the streets. They'll come into my establishment again, and now they're gonna be like, no, they can just buy booze outside. They won't come in your joint at all. It's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess, well, yeah. I'm just trying to think. So it's just for special events. But I mean, you'll be able to just like, I think it will work out all right.
I'm gonna need a pilot event to happen.
Yeah, they need
so that I see how I feel about it.
Good
We
idea.
gotta do a fashion show right down the middle. Listen,
Word.
we're gonna talk about that after the
What?
show.
Jeez,
What?
That's a good idea.
That'd be lit.
What?
Anyway, I hope it's good. I hope it's safe. You know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm sure it's gonna come with some learning curve,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah.
but everyone stay safe.
Halifax is jumping in the deep end, as they usually do with these things. How about we just get the street for the summer?
They didn't
What's
even
wrong with that?
They didn't even let it go a year.
I know. Let's just hang out for one summer. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
Let's see how people react, and
Yeah.
then we'll start playing for next year.
They're like, let's go from 0 to 100.
No
We just finished it. Now let's let everybody on the street and fuck it all up.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
It's going to be interesting.
Halifax, get it together.
Yeah. Finally, got a very interesting story. $1,600 Uber ride. What? A drunk man blacks out, takes a trip from West Virginia to New Jersey. Just about everybody has taken a drunken late night cab, or in this case, an Uber ride that they may have regretted or not even remembered in this case. But one New Jersey man recently took the blackout ride of a lifetime. After a night of partying with buddies in West Virginia last Friday, Kenny Bachman thought he could call an Uber to take him back to where he was staying near a West Virginia University campus. Instead, he woke up in the passenger seat of a Toyota Sienna next to an Uber driver that was taking him home. Not where he was staying with friends in West Virginia, but home, like where he lives, 300 miles away.
Wow.
So later on, the story goes, the guy says, "I just woke up," Bachman says during a phone interview. And I'm just thinking,
God.
why the fuck am I in the car with some random ass dude I don't even know? So, I mean, the screenshot was up, and we already said the price for all this came to $1,635.
Wow.
A $3.94 base, a $2.35 for the booking fee, and $696 for distance, $115 for time.
No tip?
Oh, it gets a little bit better. It's kind of interesting. So check it out.
Yeah.
So things were more expensive because Bachman unintentionally ordered an Uber XL, which can hold up to 6 passengers, and is exponentially more expensive than the typical Uber X. So if he just ordered Uber X, it would have been just $819.
He's got to drive in style, baby.
Right?
You got to lay down.
You got to lay.
You gotta
ESP, did he?
So, all right. So, Bachman says he passed out in the van after a 2-hour drive, and he woke up to the driver telling him that they were on his way to New Jersey. So, people just be like, well, why wouldn't you just get out earlier? He just said, well, I'm not going to get out in the middle of the road. Or like that. It's a lot of highways.
Good point.
So he's like,
He would have had to call another Uber.
right,
to get him
exactly.
Another XL.
Another XL. So yeah, the Uber driver didn't have. The story continues. So the Uber driver didn't have any money for the tolls, Bachman says, and was fined at every toll booth. So when they did get back to Jersey, Bachman went to a CVS and went to an ATM and got cash back and gave him the money for the tolls. That's a nice guy.
That is a nice guy.
He could have just been like, thanks for the ride,
Yeah.
peace out. And then, so anyway, Bachman eventually got back to his New Jersey home, safe and sound. He even gave his driver 5 stars.
Wow, what a nice guy.
You better give him 10 stars.
Right? So anyway, he challenged the charge. He claims that he never put the home address in for Uber. Bachman says the driver had his phone, even answering a FaceTime call from a friend while he was asleep. Which is weird. Anyway, Uber confirmed that the dude did actually confirmed that the ride did indeed occur, and the driver took the rider to the destination he requested. I mean, you're loaded. You're just putting it in whatever. There's really no excuse. So
he seems like he's so in and out of it. He kind of like, he was with it and then he wasn't with it.
Yeah.
He's taking phone calls, but he's passed out. Like, what the hell, bro? What did you
I think
drink?
if I drove an Uber and somebody and I picked up that call.
Yeah.
If somebody got into my car, I'd be like, dude, are you seriously going to New Jersey?
That's
the first thing that I would ask.
Right.
Because,
I'd be like, are you sure you want to go here?
yeah.
Like, this is 300 miles.
Like, this is going to be 1,600 off
That's
them
a good
things.
point.
Like,
That's a good point. I think it's...
Or do you just be like, I'm just going to take the $1,600.
pay my rent.
Yeah. I'll take the 2-hour drive. I will drive for 2 hours for
Listen, I would drive for
$1,600.
2
What
hours.
responsibility? What responsibility does the Uber driver have? Does he have
This is
any?
true.
He probably doesn't have any.
I think the responsibility.
ethically,
I mean, as a human being.
Right? As a nice person.
As a human, you should probably
Yeah.
say, "Listen, dude, it's going to be $1,600.
Yeah.
You sure this is where you want
Yeah.
to go?" I agree.
I would have
that's a
said
good
that
point.
right off the bat.
That's a good point, actually. Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would have not. No, I'm just kidding.
Surprise,
No,
surprise.
I probably would have. I would have definitely said, gave him the heads up and just
Yeah.
be like, are you sure?
Right?
Yeah, are you sure you want to go here?
yeah.
And I'd ask him a couple of times and be like, okay, have fun, pass out, just wake up in 2 hours.
That just makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
Just
I don't
makes
know.
sense.
But maybe he had to pay the rent.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
No, he was driving the whole way, just be like, I'm balling.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. I'd be like, what am I doing?
I'd be praying the guy doesn't wake up and realize how long he's driving.
Oh, my
Just stay
God.
asleep, just stay asleep, just stay asleep. Oh, we're here, sir.
Well,
How
he's
long did that take? 15 minutes? Oh, good.
Right? Oh my God. Well, that's the thing. It's just kind of like he was, I think, like half hour in, 40 minutes in. Like, what do you do at that point?
Yeah.
If you're like you wake up an hour into a 2-hour ride, what do you do? You're on the highway somewhere, or what? You get another Uber back to West Virginia, or you're halfway home.
No,
Nah, if
just
take
take me home.
You may as well just
go
take
home.
the L.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah,
at
I'll
that
take
point,
that.
you're like, listen, don't let me out on the freeway. He's
Yeah.
going to go the whole way.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we hear a lot of Uber nightmare stories.
Yeah, we've covered a
Had
couple
few
so
of
far.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get drunk and order Uber, people.
Nope, don't do it.
It's not a good look.
Actually, it's a good look because then you're not drinking and driving. But just double check
True.
the price, people.
Yeah.
Just double
There you
check it.
go. There you go.
Don't drink too much.
Still cheaper if you got caught drinking and driving. It's $1,600, way cheaper than
Yeah,
the
but
charges that you get.
not if you die.
Okay, no. Well, no, Jesus,
point.
Tony, that
Good
got
point.
dark.
I got real dark there.
God damn it. All right.
Nipples.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nips, old nips over
Oh,
here.
nippy.
All right. Well, Mo, what do you got going on? What can we expect?
What do I have?
You got a
going
lot
on?
of things in the cooker,
I do.
but there's some
Yeah.
things you can't talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
There's a lot of things that I can't talk about.
Yeah.
But what can I talk about?
Follow you on Instagram. Your handle is.
Miss Lion Hunter.
There you go.
MISSLIONHUNTER.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
If you were going to give one, I know there's lots of tips when it comes to Instagram and getting more followers and that kind of thing. If you're going to give them like a quick tip, people a quick tip on how to get more real followers, not fake ones. I'm not talking about fake ones like follow and unfollow.
Can we do a
real.
top 3?
Do you have top 3 or top 1?
Make sure that Instagram notices you. I'm kidding.
Right?
Because how big was that
That's crazy.
for you, miss?
Yeah, that was a big moment.
Like but you guys don't know when Instagram notices you. Instagram notices you on Instagram.
yeah.
You tend to
was
blow
pretty
up quite a
badass,
bit.
yeah.
That was pretty good.
Like, I
move for you.
actually thought I was being scammed. The first time I saw the
I would have
email,
probably
I
thought the
was
same
like,
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
scamming me.
Didn't you get a little gift from Instagram recently?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
awesome.
randomly received a package.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, Instagram has my address.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting
And
too.
I will let you know if I move.
Yeah.
I want the gifts.
Keep Instagram posted up. Yeah.
Right?
So a tip for people, maybe something to keep get your followers up.
You know what? It's really hard right now because
Yeah.
of the whole algorithm changing and
Yeah.
all that. It's really hard for people to get followers.
Yeah.
And honestly, really, it sounds cliche, but like just stay true to who you are.
Yeah. Good.
And the perfect
Good.
example that I can give is when I started, I remember seeing all these like monochrome feeds and like everything was so perfect and
Right,
curated.
right.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was asking myself, do I need to change who I am to so
right.
that I can have a monochrome feed? And like if you see my style and how I dress up, there is nothing monochrome about how I dress up.
No,
Not at all.
No, no.
I stick out like a sore thumb. So it's like I had to ask myself that, like, do I need to edit something in my pictures so that I fit into that mold of, you know, because you always see, well, at that time I was always seeing people with those kind of feeds getting more opportunities than me. So
Right.
I
think
remember
that's
just
Sorry,
thinking to
sorry.
myself that like I need I should just stay true to who I am
Yeah.
because and trust that the universe is going to give me opportunities
Right.
that are for
Totally.
me.
I think that's
Absolutely.
a big thing with everybody too, where there's a lot of comparing to
Oh
a
my
lot
God,
of
yeah.
people.
Right.
You know, whether it's like if you want to lose weight or how much
Yeah.
money you make, and you look at this person on, I mean, their social media, and they put the facade of like, I'm in better shape, I make more money, I'm doing way more, and you know what? You can get like lost in that sea where you kind of lose yourself, and I think. What I'm trying to attest is, try and be who you are, and you know what? Don't try and outdo them or anybody else. Try and outdo yourself, and
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, make yourself let's learn more about yourself.
And remember that what people are sharing is literally only 5% of their life. So
Right.
Totally,
they're
yeah.
not sharing the
Exactly.
real nitty gritty of what's going on in their lives.
Exactly.
Right.
And they're only sharing the very best things that are happening. So
Right.
you can't compare yourself to that. What I do actually is if I have a moment where I'm feeling low about, let's say, the opportunities that are coming to me, there are certain people that I actually will not I will not see their content.
For sure.
I'll protect myself because I don't want to see them getting all the opportunities and I'm not.
Okay.
Right,
So
right,
if I'm in
right.
a place where I'm not feeling very secure in who I am, like I'm not gonna follow certain accounts because
Yep.
I'm like, I need to protect myself and not
Yeah.
keep
Makes sense.
comparing myself to other people.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, no, I like that. Don't compare yourself to anybody
Yeah.
else.
So be true to you.
Yeah.
Be true.
I'm gonna start an Instagram account. I'm gonna post the best of the stuff, the worst of the stuff.
Well, you
I'm gonna
kind of do
post
that.
it.
You kind of do that now.
I kind of do that now. But you know what? Here's the thing with my Instagram account. I leave a lot of my content is on my stories.
Listen,
Well, yeah,
your
that's what I mean.
stories, I always comment on your stories
Oh,
because
yeah.
your stories are hilarious.
Thank you.
Like funny.
Yeah.
I actually have like people's stories that I always go to.
Right.
If they don't show up on my feed, and yours is one of them, because
Thank
I'm
you.
like, I need to see what this fool is up to.
I just like doing that. I've always just been that person. That I
Everything
just wanna,
from dogs
I
to
just-
toes
so
to
random.
whatever
Yeah.
it is.
It's I have ADHD, guys. I've come to terms with it.
Which works wonders in social media.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
good.
Yes.
It's not a cohesive system for branding, but
Well.
you know, it's something. But honestly, thank you for stopping by today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me.
madam.
Give
We
it up.
appreciate it. Much love.
I'm
Much
going to
love.
need a bobblehead.
We're
Oh
gonna
yeah, we can make that
because
happen.
I need a bobblehead.
Yeah, these are tough, man.
We were talking about her having her on the show because she's going away in a couple months.
Yeah.
For a few months, so we were talking about having her on again a few times before,
Yes. I
she,
would love
before she
that.
runs away.
I would
Let's
love that.
do that.
We
Let's
got to do that. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, we'll set up a schedule. We'll
would
make it.
Maybe we'll draw you a picture instead of a bobblehead. Something that goes.
No.
No.
I need a bobblehead.
Okay, it's official.
Can we get it before she leaves? Probably.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what's the timeline? How many?
I
2 months?
leave, let's say, mid-April. End of April is when I leave.
It could be tight. How long did it take you yours?
I mean, we could put a rush on it.
Listen, you better.
That's why we love you.
When's your birthday? I feel like you.
Yeah, we're almost twins.
Okay, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
November 6th.
Yeah. Oh
There's a
man. Yeah, we're pretty
In
much.
case anybody
yeah.
out there.
I'm
you know,
November- I'm
just
November
wants to
7th.
Spoil me.
I'm
Yeah.
November 9th.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're
we were
all
supposed to have a Scorpio thing. I think we talked about
Yeah.
this on New Year's.
Scorpio
Can we
babies.
do it this year?
We should
Can
do
we
it
do
this
something?
year. We should
Yeah.
do a Scorpio
in.
party.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
Yeah.
Shouts out to all the Scorpios out there.
Is that a good idea? Have a bunch of Scorpios in the same room?
I guess. Well, yeah.
Well, look at this.
Well, I mean, this is working out pretty
Yeah,
fine.
it is.
But we're
So-
special.
Yeah.
we
We're
are.
not like the other.
We are.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you yet again for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends. We really appreciate your
you.
time and attention. We will be doing this tomorrow at the same time, 5 o'clock, talking about some great subjects. And for those who don't know, graphics provided by my man Chris and Car Productions. Hit him up for all your photography, videography,
Chris.
graphics
Yeah.
needs. Yeah, shouts out. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. We'll see you tomorrow on Sexy Friday.
Sexy Friday.
We'll be back again.
Thank you very much, Mo, for stopping by.
Thank you, Mo.
Peace out, guys.
Everybody have a good day.
Peace.
We out.